completely against this composition for Cloud9, but you got to be able to pull it off, right? You have to be able to make it work and have the strategy for it.
Not to mention Caramel and Agatha coming in. This is the lineup we were expecting. And all the kudos to that first roster that played for Falcons Vega, that swept CFU Serendipity, but here now, they're looking to go for the throat. Game number 1 in this best of 2, an orange start for Vega, and C9 going for that purple. It's so weird now. They're playing on 2 different planes. The wavelengths are so different that there's a utility jungler on one side and then an assassin in the other. And this is a first pick Hayabusa, mind you.
Yeah, first pick Hayabusa is so comfortable, right? You got Caramel now in the game, along with Agatha. Team Falcons, I think, knew the Ling, not only a first pick Hayabusa, but Ling was open. Ling went unbanned, unpicked the whole time, and similar to what we saw in previous series, we saw the Louis and Chip never get picked up. A lot of these women's teams are coming in ready with what they want to pick, knowing that it's going to work for them.
Yep, look at this. Deep invade by Falcons Vega. Jewel to the rescue, helping Nicolette secure her orange buff. Oh, no, Jewel!
They are playing so aggressive. Vega showing up in the early game already. And they're just hanging out, man. They're not even worried about Ashley. Now getting involved as well. Thal takes a lot of damage, able to get a 4-man knock up there. Nicolette, though, forcing the engage possibly here. Ashley there as well. Violet responding. Gets the vengeance through, more damage. Jewel looking for the kill on Thal. Thal able to dash away. It's back and forth, but it's still 0-0.
Could have gotten that first blood, but both of these XP laners are chunky in their own right. Now this lane right here, the Moscow versus the Harith, it's clearly a Chincha in control. Look at that. This is a TKO if I've ever seen one. She sent home Panda. And again, as mentioned as the match started, Panda needs to get on top of things.
Yeah, Panda needs time to farm. And right now, Chincha, what did the interview say with Renmar? They said, we have faith in Chincha. Chincha is going to perform in the lane, and right now it is showing. Panda has to sit back at the tier 2 right now and watch the gold plating just be taken away.
That's a lot of money on Chincha. She is making bank. Almost 200 gold. Under 2 minutes. Now Jewel here, 1v2. Turtle already spawned. Both teams taking their time. Ashley very low.
Yeah, playing the distance. A lot of damage from the Eternal Guardian. Cloud9 are hanging on, but how long will the thread hold until Team Falcons Vega cut it through? Nicolette in a little bit of trouble, down to about 20% health already. The final slash connects. Eternal Guardian there to help out. Ball taken low, but Violet taken out. Cloud9 able to get the kill. Carmel still walks away with the turtle. Easy money for Vega.
Sharp. Falcons of Vega score the turtle at the cost of Violet's life. But I'd say that's worth it. But they're still going. They're deep in. Look at this, purple.
There's a lot of damage. This is bad for Nicolette. Nicolette low. Carmel able to get the kill, but they respond by taking out Caramel. Jewel there looking for Thal. One more hit. Slams down. But Jewel loses the life for it. It's a 2-for-2 purple buff.
Where'd it
I think
go?
It went to someone that died.
Some tells me Nicolette stole it and then died very shortly after. And all this while, this is what Naisu, Joseph Rezebek, our friend with all the gold lane experience. And it's not even because of how she's been assisted by her roamer. No, Chincha's been single-handedly pushing in. Here's another look at that team fight. Short but sweet. And yeah, Jewel finds Thal, but they gave too much space to Agatha. Where'd it go? You see where it went?
No, maybe it went over to...
it was gone too soon.
Yeah, it was gone way too soon.
Maybe Caramel too, then she just died, right?
Maybe Caramel. Anybody could have gotten it there. At this point, either way.
It wasn't on the map.
Yeah, it's definitely not on the map anymore. But you know what it is? Thal here, looking for the toss-up. Ashley, forced to use the Purify. Thal taking a lot of damage. In comes the penalty zone. Nicolette able to get the kill. Make this the enemy zone. Looking for the thrill. Violet now in trouble. C9 ready to rumble. They find Violet. Another one on the target. Jewel, Nicolette brought low. Falcons Vega looking for the response, but Cloud9 still take the kills 5-2.
It's hard to fight Cloud9 blow for blow. Like, if it's team fights you're looking for, these ladies got you. And I am impressed as to how Team Falcons Vega, maybe with the roster switch up, is caught out of their breath. Look at this now. They're 1,000 gold ahead, yes, but they're down 3 kills. And you give Cloud9 maybe 2 more of these fights in the next 5 minutes, and they should be in control. And again, folks, just to remind y'all, in Group A, that's all Cloud9 needs. A single game win to secure the next stage.
One little game One game to rule them all. Cloud9 trying to prove that they're here to get to the groups. There's already a lot of hype around Vega. Team Falcons are known. People expect them to make it out. Cloud9 trying to escape the group of death right now. They don't want to go to a tiebreaker game. And they're kind of in control, but look at Team Falcons Vega, man. Still holding a strong gold lead. Jewel in a little bit of trouble. Shadow Kill comes through. All they need is one more shot. Carmel look for the final one. Does get the penalty zone off, but not enough to get away.
All right. The clapback from Cloud9 seems to be in the gold lane. Let's see if they can equal the odds here as Chincha goes against 3. There's a minion wave coming through, and that's a clean turtle take. Team Falcons Vega walking away with that. So a lot of major objectives going over to Vega. All this while, Cloud9 are, again, just playing out these skirmishes. There's got to be some trade back. There's got to be something that they're getting on the way out. Because look at this. Wow. Look at how fast Vega is on the response. They're taking a turret up top, too.
Yeah, they're taking everything. They're taking the lunch money. They're taking the dinner. They jacked their wallets. A final slash. You might just call it. Jewel in trouble once again. They are targeting down on Jewel, man. That's 2 kills in like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes.
All right, to be fair, Jewel has been slaying it. Jewel has been since minute 1 there all this while. Now the onward from Thal puts Zia down.
Chincha.
X barely knew her. 2 seconds and then
Barely knew her.
Grand Theft Orange. Caramel guilty. Now one more.
Ashley in trouble. Chincha able to get the kill this time. Nicola now in trouble, knocked up. Looking for another kill. Chincha still holding the front side, keeping them at bay all alone. That is what you call the gold lane experience, like you said, at 1-0-1, but farming good. Went from probably bottom of the EXP, damaged up, shooting up to the top now. It's going to be a problem.
Caramel's warmed up well. Caramel's ready after watching game 1 and 2 from the CFU series. He's like, bring me in, coach, I'm ready. And here she is. 6-5 now, about 5K between Vega and Cloud9. I'd say the grip has slipped out of Cloud9's hands. These ladies are very aggressive. They love the team fighting, but Vega have been moving around the map in a very synchronized way that they've dodged a lot of these massive team fights in the past 2 to 3 minutes. It's impossible for now, Cloud9, to even think of contesting this turtle because, yeah, sure, you could throw out a spear. Panda could be part of the fight, but I reckon she's not ready. Not now, not here.
It's very similar to game 1 against CFU. Cloud9, at this point, needing to buy time. They still have some late game potential in a sense, but they're going to have to actually pull it off this time, right? They fell a little bit short last time, even when it looked like maybe they could have the game back in their hands. Nicolette looking for the engage. Ashley dashes forward, but Zamon's force drops. Terrify on Nicolette, knock up by the Eternal Guardian, and now the chaos pursues. Nicolette still up, though. Able to maybe just get away, but Violet collects the kill. Can Cloud9 try to respond? Carmel goes down. Panda with a solo on the bottom of the map. That is a good response, if anything. 1-1 is Panda finally back online.
A massive trade. I don't think it was ever a question of if she was ever online. This is her first showing. That green dot showed up just now, and we were so focused on this fight up top, which is, again, majestic in its own right, but...
Oh, Ashley! Down goes Ashley, and this is Chincha right here. It's all Chincha.
That's what I was saying. The only reason why we couldn't really see Panda doing much is because Chincha owned the early game into the mid game, and Chincha's calling the shots, man. 2-0-3 doesn't tell you the full story. Chincha currently has more than half of Team Falcons Vega's value on her back. Maybe a little bit on Agatha, maybe a little bit on Caramel, but Chincha up front. As long as there's a sword on the floor, you don't want to dance with Chincha.
You don't want to dance. Oh, more damage on Ashley. Ashley goes down, Xia goes down. Members are dropping. Chincha just feeling confident with it, smiling about it.
She wasn't even aware that, oh, I was doing that well? Like, team fights were going to go that way?
Oh, that was a replay.
That was a replay.
I'm still used to the small screen.
Yeah, it was a replay, and again, Chincha just back to regular programming. Like, she knows, right? She got her feet up. It's calm and collected into the late game. 9 minutes, 30 seconds in. Lord marching through down bottom. Well synchronized by Falcons Vega. Look at this.
Another Terrify. The Falcons Vega never force it, right? They never do the full-in dive. They take their time. They're meticulous with their pushes.
Yep. There's so many ways for them to engage. Off of an Eternal Guard, off of a Final Slash, off of an Onward Earth Shatter, and Thal can play with the angles, right? Thal can find one up front and then flicker into the back, dash in, and this is spelling disaster currently for Cloud9. I'm looking to them losing maybe one inhibitor. That's what's going to happen here.
They don't get the big Lord push, but look at the big Final Slash. Cloud9 brought back into him, but now a little bit of trouble. Nice penalty zone. Is Panda going to commit here? Violet goes down. Xi able to get the kill. Inhibitor goes down, but it's 2 members down for Cloud9.
Ooh.
Chincha holding the front line, saying this base is mine. Team Falcons Vega going to back off, though. They found 2 members. They found an inhibitor. They're feeling comfy.
That's a 2-for-1 trade. Costly defense for Cloud9, but they can rest easy knowing that their base is only cracked open and vulnerable from one side. And that's strong side, if I'm not mistaken. That's easier to defend, save for the fact that it is a long lane. Like, you have a Lord spawning at 60. What's difficult for Cloud9 is they are a Lord dancing lineup. This is a utility jungler, so you want to hold on to this Lord, play for it the long way around. Luckily, they do have a Moscow. This is a fight breaking out. No, Thal coming in.
Another big knock-up. Nicolette in a little bit of trouble, but able to just withstand. Can they get a kill? Jewel able to find Chincha. That's huge for Cloud9, but still, they got to back off. The damage is still there from the rest of the team. Thal trying to lock in. Violet takes out Jewel. An eye for an eye. 1 for 1. But Cloud9 still defend, looking for a comeback angle, but Team Falcons Vega doesn't care. They're ready to finish this anytime.
And now they're going to steal away the orange. Not that Caramel needs it. She has one on her. And I was just going to say, this bottom lane defense, Cloud9, they can do it, given that they have a Moscow, so they can just throw out the SOD. Panda can redeploy herself. Here's an SDC replay of, again, yes, checklist of how to survive, how to win, right? Take out Chincha, yes. Force out the early Zaman Force, yes. Get out of here, get out of there. But they forgot that there's so many other members of Falcons Vega that they got to deal with, right? Violet is willing to trade. Caramel is still a lethal member, and Agatha definitely deals a lot of damage. And now, oh, that's a pickoff.
Jewel's good at getting up close and personal, but maybe sometimes too up close and personal. Does Cloud9 even want to contest this?
Too close. Nope. Let it go. Let it go.
Ooh.
That's a dangerous SOD if I've ever seen one. They do throw out a stolen Eternal Guard. I'd say maybe Ashley needs to protect herself a little better, but I find it hard to do given that they only have really one frontliner. They only have Jewel. Nicolette, you can kind of call a frontliner, but she's also looking to find the weird angle, right? She's walked away from death more often than she should have, but a winning team fight for Cloud9 involves the fight lasting a little longer, so that means Jewel has to stay. Jewel has to not die first.
Yeah, there's also certain situations like before Lord where Nicolette can't be the frontliner because if Nicolette goes down, they lose their opportunity. But look at the damage onto Panda. Chincha just unloading. Big Final Slash pulling in Nicolette. Tortoise Poisons comes out. She's able to get back behind the towers, able to get back to safety, but Chincha doesn't care. Diving through the towers, diving in. Chincha can do whatever she wants right now. Violet with the conceal, holding the side.
Ooh. Massive Lord. Ashley yet to steal an ult. That's going to be key here to start the fight.
Ooh, big Final Slash does land onto Xi, able to pick her out, pull her out. Now Nicolette falls next. Agatha able to do some big damage. Lord still up at 40%. Ashley down. This is going to be it. Cloud9 in trouble. Falcons Vega take the dub.
In a snap, the bodies dropped, and so did the base. Team Falcons Vega with a new lineup nonetheless. A roster with 2 new players, Caramel and Agatha, coming in, ending Game 1 against C9 in swift fashion. 13 minutes 45, Trex, all it took.
Very quick faction at that. Vega showing why they might just be the Reaper in this group of death.
Let's see what our analysts think. Eternal Mirko, talk to us.
And talk we will. Thank you so much, Leo. Thank you so much, Trex. But it's a good day for Falcons today, not dropping a single game so far. 100% win rate.
Man, it was crisp clean from Falcons Vega all the way from the start of the game. The fact that they were able to steal that neutral objective away gained them so much stability. And honestly, for C9, this draft wasn't bad at all. The way that they were executing the game too, the game plan was not bad. They were doing what they needed to do, you know, putting the pressure on towards Falcons Vega. But unfortunately, Falcons Vega, they've been in this kind of situation many, many times before, where the top side of the map loses out. Chinchao, though, we've been talking about her, I think, during the whole game, every single time, just winning it out in the lane. And we got to give props to the draft, to the coaches as well, for really enabling Chinchao to get such a massive advantage in the lane. Harith versus Moskov, banning out the carry. Carry would have been great, by the way, against the Moskov. Not that carry would win, but carry would actually be able to dodge away from a lot of the synchro fissions with the second skill dash. Moskov, not as lucky. Very low range. You need to use your first skill to deal damage, and you technically have Spear of Misery, but if you get shoved in constantly like that, it's very, very tough as a Moskov. And you can definitely see that Falcons Vega took control of that. They really abused that, and hey,
Wow.
guess who's at GPM?
Guess
and
who?
also, guess who, you know? Chinchao again. Caramel said it, we're saying it, and now she's saying, You see that? That's a pose, right?
There's no in it, right? There is. She's touching her eye and like. Anyway, MVP presented to you by the PlayStation tournaments. It's Violet this time around. So, like, despite the fact that Chinchao has been a huge element to Falcons Vega's gameplay so far and so forth, definitely one of the main things that were able to facilitate Chinchao was Violet.
Yeah, and not only that, but she was the stable member in the team when we're talking about the early moments of the game, because Caramel was taken down even though they got the neutral objective. Atal was taken down during the Purple of Steel as well, but Violet was always there, alive, putting them down, you know, like really stopping them from getting anything else. Violet acted as the pillar, I would say, in the early game to stop the full snowball from happening from the side of Cloud9. If it wasn't for Violet, it would be a different game, I would say. And that's why I think we've also had this conversation, Eterna, where it's so hard to find a weakness point for Falcons Vega. And really, when it comes to individual mechanics, I don't think there is a weakness point. Every single one of them are just so good individually, mechanically. But if you get them to the later stage, if you try to outwit them, that is something that they have, you know, that is where they've usually lost their composure.
The macro.
The macro.
Right? The discipline.
Discipline.
We saw that in their first match of the day, right?
They overheat a lot.
But, like, how do you get to that point? Right? If you're losing in your matchups, if you're losing in the laning phase, how do you even get to the point that you drag them all the way to the late game to look for an opportunity where you can find that opening to punish them?
I think Cloud9 already had a very good game plan to do exactly that. They had a weak side goal laner to try to, you know, to try to deny all of the fights possible against Chinchao. They had a way to actually try to get a win up top. And I think it just comes down to the adjustment. Cloud9 was able to make a massive adjustment from game 1 against CFU to game 2 against CFU. It almost seemed like a completely different team. And I think I don't want to doubt them here for Cloud9. I think they can make those adjustments because it really comes down to just simple adjustments. The draft was already good. It comes down to how they can adjust that execution. Maybe take less fights around the top side, especially consider, maybe they need to try to consider Violet here as well. There were 2 tunnel vision on Caramel, 2 tunnel vision on Chinchao possibly in these team fights as well, that they let Violet run through them in the neutral objective battles and in the team fights.
So now they really need to figure a way to bounce back. And I know we heard from Ashley earlier on, but let's take, you know, an update stat with Ashley right now.
Hey, this is Brent Mar, and I'm here with Ashley from Cloud9. Ashley, would you like to tell the viewers what position you play for the team?
It's a secret, actually. You'll find out.
Okay, a secret. I like that. There's a bit of mystery involved. So one thing that's not a mystery is Falcons Vega is actually expected to dominate the group that you're in right now. Do you think Cloud9 will give them a run for their money?
I'm not going to say yes 100%, and I'm also not going to say no 100%.
All right, a lot of things up in the air here with Ashley. So is there a specific team that you're really looking forward to face in this tournament?
I do hope to go against Vitality if we make it out of groups.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
hopefully.
Of course, everybody wants to face up against Team Vitality, one of the best women's teams in the world right now. So one thing I want to know is that when it comes to going into a tournament, going to a series, in a game, would you rather be amped up, excited, full of adrenaline, or more relaxed and chilled out?
I would say the first part because I usually thrive off of like chaos, if that makes sense. But at the same time, my attitude is very like nonchalant almost.
All right. Nonchalant and filled with adrenaline. I could see where that's going.
Can you?
I can.
Okay.
Is there a song that you like to listen to or a genre of music that you like to listen to hype yourself up?
Not a specific song, but I do enjoy listening to EDM.
Ooh. All right. EDM. I'm too old for that now
Are
at this
you?
point. Oh, a little bit.
No one's too old for EDM.
I like that.
No one is.
All right. Ashley, you're a vibe. Share me your playlist. And
I will.
would you like to share a few words to your fans and your supporters?
So first, I want to give a huge shout out to Cloud9 for putting their trust in my team. And next, I have a lot of people to thank, actually.
All right, let's go for it.
So my previous manager, Talon the Great, who was my manager leading up to the qualifiers. And I would say pretty much a majority of the North American community was helping me out a lot since January.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful to y'all, and hopefully we make it out of groups.
Yeah, hopefully so. That's Ashley from Cloud9.
Thank you, Reptar, for that interview with Ashley. And you know what, guys? For context, it turns out it wasn't a check-in, right? Because like she was mentioning that it was a secret, what her position was, and she was being very vague. But like now we know.
It's great to be vague as a mid laner, Eternal.
Okay.
Because technically you gotta keep on fainting. You gotta keep on
Fainting.
fainting, back
Like-
and forth. Not faint, like faint as in like, like.
Oh, okay. I thought like fainting.
That wouldn't be good for anything.
That's why I was a little confused.
But you know what? EDM. Do you like EDM?
EDM, like the genre
Yeah.
of music? Yeah, I could get into EDM. Why?
I think that fits Cloud9's gameplay, right? Because they
Oh.
want to look for team fights. They need the adrenaline, but they're also nonchalant. Even their attitude is vague, right? Like, we want to get hype, but we're chill.
I am a secret. Okay, she didn't say that.
No.
She didn't say that.
I am a secret. That, I guess, that's a good way to, break ice. If you ever meet someone, you're like, yo, I'm Eterna. I am a secret.
I am a secret.
That's cool enough.
Anyway, so now with this, right, one more game away. So this means that there is still a possibility of a tiebreaker.
There is. So if you guys are waiting for a tiebreaker, the only scenario I believe is a 2-0 win. And Falcons Vega, they're one step away from actually doing that, from forcing CFU and Cloud9 to go for a third game. We might get the full best of 3 technically. The tiebreaker will be a best of 1. So with the best of 2 earlier 1-1, this is the decider of who goes or gets out of groups.
And did you guys predict that? Was that according to what you thought was going to happen? Because, let us know, right? Give us your predictions, ladies and gentlemen, and vote for the next game. Who do you think will win it? Which way will it sway? Because obviously you guys get the chance to, but Mirko does not. And LaFell is actually on standby backstage.
Really?
You can actually see him right now. You guys can't, but he's also banned from, the predictions.
I mean, why you got beef with me and LaFell though? Like, we're gonna be your partners here today. We're gonna be working with you, but now you're putting us under the weather. You're really just putting us down. You can't predict here, sway, way, day. That's what you said, right? You said something about sway and way. And
Sway.
I was trying to rhyme.
Bars.
That is not EDM.
But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, moments away of seeing how this game will end, how this match will end. Will Falcons Vega go 2-0 against Cloud9, or will Cloud9 go back with a comeback, right? Because it feels like that's been their story. Game number 1 has been their warm-up, and then they adapt better to the team that they're against, and then they pull out surprises. Because even you mentioned, right, their draft was good.
I liked it.
It was just execution that they kind of fell behind of Falcons Vega in that game.
Yeah, again, I feel like the draft could definitely have worked there. I mean, they had a floor and they had a lot of tanky members, but they weren't able to really facilitate or enable Panda enough in the gold lane. If if Panda had a better lane there in the bottom side, if they actually sent the floor and down instead of going for these invades early on. Maybe they could have gone the Moskov into the item power spike a bit earlier. And if the Moskov gets into the item power spike, she could actually participate in a lot of the skirmishes. But the main problem now, I think, for Cloud9 is the fact that they're up against Agatha and Caramel, and this is the reason why, you know, many of us thought this was the main lineup, and I think that kind of already cemented themselves there. Their performance was amazing, and I expect them to do the same, but Cloud9, blue side, 100%.
100% so far, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the drafting phase for the final game in this best of 2 series. The Roger gets eliminated out of the Land of Dawn here from Cloud9. Falcons Vega now with the response. Remember, now that they're on red side, can they go for the respect bans? Can they take away the carry again?
Yeah, they can. I think they can take a page out of the book from CFU as well. CFU didn't ban the chip, didn't ban the Loyi up against Cloud9, and Cloud9 did not pick it up. So for Falcons, it seems that is the idea here as well. Hayabusa ban coming down as well. We know that Nicolette was able to get an amazing game on that Hayabusa up against CFU. So respect, proper respect. Now the question is, you go Hayabusa carry Ruby, or do you go Hayabusa carry and then... No, the Roger's already banned out, so probably Hayabusa carry Ruby.
So no chip, no Loyi, no Ling.
They didn't pick it up last game, so maybe they want to just play around with it. And again, by the way, I feel like for Falcons, they're forcing C9 to ban either the Angela or Ling. They didn't go for the Angela or Ling because they didn't get that combo instantly. But say, Falcons leave all those open, C9 pick up a Loyi, I think it just gives Falcons so much of an opportunity to go for the Angela Ling instantly. They're on red side.
So there it is. Let's see if Miracle's predictions reign true here in the first phase of the banning phase. Ruby.
There you go.
All right, that's 2 out of 3. Ruby and the Hayabusa has been banned out by Falcons Vega, our Indo reps. Now for the NA reps, though. The last ban.
C9. Juice in. Roger. I think they might have to ban like either chip or Loyi. Because Falcons can utilize the chip, can utilize the Loyi. I don't know if it really depends on if C9 wants to pick it up themselves, because they can deny it away. But knowing that Falcons have banned out Haya and Ruby, it shows that Falcons are confident even going up against it. If C9 don't ban it, it'll be very, very tough, because again, we know how Falcons thrive in utilizing the early advantage. That's the chip. Now Falcons, I think it should be the carry. They want to just set up for Chin Chao again in the gold lane.
Let's see. The last ban from Falcons Vega. Currently on a win streak, ladies and gentlemen, not dropping a single game so far today. And it's, again, the ball is in Cloud9's court right now. Will they be able to get an advantage against one of the tournament favorites? One of the powerhouses of Indonesia, Falcons Vega. And it looks like Falcons Vega, they're actually taking their dear time here.
I think they're thinking about Terizla too. Because C9 has been able to pick it up. I think they were able to pick it up.
Oh, there it is.
The previous game, first pick. So Terizla carry, they decide to go Terizla in the end. It's a good choice of ban because it does set up for an assassin pick really well. But now C9 has to choose. Leaving the Loyi open is definitely a bit of a problem for them too, because Falcons, they can definitely use it. We talked about how Agatha's very creative. Usually goes Valentina. Now she has a chance to go Loyi.
That's her power pick, by the way.
Yeah.
Power pick.
Power pick.
Out of all the heroes that were chosen in for all the other players, Agatha had only one.
Yeah.
And that one was Loyi.
Now I'm struggling to think of maybe they go Edith first pick now that the Terizla and Ruby has been... They might... I don't know. They go Valentina. That's definitely the smarter choice compared to the Edith, but I was just trying to anticipate the Loyi, right? Because I was already expecting the Loyi coming in from Falcons. I think with this, Falcons don't even need to pick up the Loyi here because the Valentina has already been revealed. They just go, hey, they can go Angeling.
Angeling, exactly. Angeling is up for grabs here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And there it is, Harith. Okay, so with the Roger being banned again, they are gonna look for a priority lane for Chin Chao first and foremost. Because technically, Falcons Vega, they didn't have as much control in the early stage of the game, right? When Chin Chao was able to participate more in the team fights, participate more in the neutral objective takes, that's when things kind of swayed more in favor of Falcons Vega, and they know that, they understand that, and Harith and Edith is going to be the choice. Now C9 again. Do they want to go for the Angeling?
I don't think so. I don't think they'll go for the Angeling here, but I think they'll go for the carry. The carry was banned out. This is a matchup that kind of enables Panda to be the weak side that she wants to be in these games. We saw in both the games against CFU that she was able to make the carry work still. Nolan was the choice they went for in game 1 against CFU. They go for it again, but no carry. They actually decide to double down on the Moskov despite taking a loss and despite losing in lane quite hard. So Moskov, I guess for them, the decision is to just change a bit of the playstyle, utilizing some of the core elements from the previous draft. Because again, the previous draft wasn't bad.
All right. Arlet now going to be the last pick in for Falcons Vega as we head into the second phase of the drafts. With the Terizla being banned out, Arlet, Yuzong is actually still an option. What is a good laner against the Arlet?
Yuzong.
Yuzong.
Yeah, that's why they take it away instantly. The Yuzong is amazing up against the Arlet. Usually when you get that matchup, it's automatically just like Arlet just has to sit on their turret. It's very tough unless you send some members up top, and yeah, they'll just ban it out. That's the easy way out of that tough lane. Terizla, Yuzong. I think they should be okay. Maybe they ban the X-Borg last for Falcons, knowing that that would also create a lot of problems for them. Cloud9 though, at this point, I don't think they really need to care about the Tigreal. Usually we expect the Tigreal, especially considering they already have an assassin, but Falcons have already picked up the Edith and the Arlet. It'll be very weird to see the Arlet or Edith not go to like XP/Roam and for them to pick up a Tig. So that should be out of the book, so C9 decides to just ban out the Ling. No assassins, it seems, for Caramel.
What about Fanny? Right, I guess, well, Caramel is known to play the Benedetta and the Martis, right? Those are the two heroes that are left open. So do you think that the Benedetta can work in this current meta? Or do you think something like the Fanny would be more appropriate?
Ooh, the Fanny. I think, again, considering C9 haven't picked a roam, it's still very, very scary to go for the Fanny. They can go and try to pick it up. Last pick, they're on red side. They have the chance to do that. But C9 can take it away. I think they should be able to read this out as well. Ling ban, they should get rid of another assassin. Or hey, they might actually just try to take the Martis away. The Martis is a signature pick for Caramel.
Angela?
Oh, there you go, Angela.
What?
Huh. So I guess they're thinking that the Angela could be used as a mid laner, right? Edith roam, Angela mid.
You're right.
It's a good call by them because it's a lot of
technically they have
sustain.
Edith and they technically also have Harris, so
Yeah,
that's already
enough.
enough magic damage.
Exactly. It's a good read by C9 there to ban out the Angela. Could be a good mid laner for them. Now Falcons AP. Oh, Falcons. They actually pick up the Vixana here, so even more magic damage. That's 3 members with a whole lot of magic damage. I get it. It's a lot of more CC for Violet to pop off on the Arlet. But also, it's going to give C9, I think, a great chance to counter with like some of these magic defense items. Especially considering Chinchao has been, the main spear head for Falcons. I think C9 can go for... I think they can even go for, I don't know, Tig, Minotaur.
What about the EXP lane?
X-Borg. I think the X-Borg would be solid here for C9.
Against the Arlet.
Yeah, against the Arlet,
Okay.
against the Edith. A lot of tanky members here, but they go for CC and Florin.
They love it. This is their playstyle.
I love the Florin.
They love to double down on this Florin.
CC is a good lane, by the way, against the Arlet.
All right. So here it is, last pick in for Falcons Vega to wrap up the drafts that they have. They need physical damage now that they, committed with Agatha on the Vexana as well as the Harith for Chinchao.
It'll be too risky, I think, to go for the Martis, knowing that there's going to be a lot of sustain here. Safe choice would be Baxia.
I mean,
But completely forgot about the Alpha pick.
Alpha.
There you go. Physical damage. Technically, true damage. In a lot of these skirmishes. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Well played.
One last game, ladies and gentlemen, the decider whether or not Cloud9 can move forward into the playoffs. One more match to decide whether or not we will have a tiebreaker by the end of Group A's games. Are you ready, Mirko?
For sure. Let's see.
I'm ready too. I'm nervous, but I'm ready. The audience, they're ready as well. Casters, are you ready?
I don't speak for both of us, but I'm ready. Looking at the draft, though, our friend here, HB Trex Wagner, notes the scary lack of CC from Cloud9.
Not a scary lack of CC, a scary fact that there isn't CC. There is a CC, though, on the map, so they made up for it. They do have some CC on their team, but it is a hero in the shape of a little girl. So let's see.
Not that little. If anything, Jewel has to be a colossal force in their lineup because, look, she's the only real frontliner, and I'm putting up air quotes, the only real frontliner for Cloud9.
Yeah, how do you even approach this, right? I mean, it's definitely tough for Cloud9, especially the way that Vega's been playing. Falcons Vega have been doing a great job at macro. They've been doing a great job at engaging, catching Cloud9 off guard. Cloud9, they just kite.
There's a reason why Falcons Vega is a constant grand finalist in any and all major women's MLBB tournaments. Now Nicolette's in trouble.
Nicolette's in a lot of trouble. Able to just dash away. A little bit of true damage connects, but Nicolette will be able to get home safely. But now Vega's going to take a camp. They're going to eat good for a little bit.
Beta almost took Nicolette down. Caramel with the clutch alpha pick. That's one of the sweetest alphas I've seen in a while. Like that last slot, no one was expecting it. Now, here comes Thal.
Big toss up. Thal takes a little bit of damage, but no Caramel's there. Panda now. Ashley shows up, able to get the kill onto Thal. Brings down Caramel as well. That's 2 for 0. First blood over to Ashley.
Le Paniche, she gets 2 on the way out. And that was a blindside from Falcons Vega. To be fair, here's the STC replay one more time. That's some quick work. Ashley, amazingly, didn't even clear the wave. So there really wasn't much for Agatha to go off. She was just like, all right, she must be somewhere in the bushes. Didn't expect for her to be that far up.
You've got crowd control. I've got to terrify.
I mean, I'd like to think it's more of the damage.
The damage.
It's damage over crowd control. Now down bottom.
Ooh, Violet dance, man. Violet is clean.
That's right. She should
dance around like that.
Dance around too.
Just a monster, able to come through, deal with 2 members, has been so good. From last game to this game, has been so good on this R-Lock.
Yep. Now we see Nicolette trying to secure the orange buff for Cloud9. Turtle at a third of its health. That's a non-contest.
Zaya backs off. Are they going to look for a dive here? Ashley.
Ooh, no one home.
Just misses.
All right. So this is Violet. Again, as long as it costs nothing, a flubbed ult is as good as a hit ult. You know what I mean? Like, especially in these early stages of the game. We're looking at about 3 minutes in. 2 kills for Cloud9. And again, Team Falcons Vega's overall game sense and IQ that they've honed for years together as a team just shows that even if they are down, they're still up on economy. How are they 200, 300 gold up? And they're pushing in to into Nicolette and Ashley now. Oh no.
Panda takes a lot of damage, able to get some life back though.
Got the bloom, got the heals.
Right,
Xayah, clutch.
Keep diving. Vega keeps on pushing. In comes Ashley, though. Nicolette there as well. Look for the damage on Agatha. Unable to get the finishing blow. The fracture comes through, but it's still not enough. Chincha firing back shot after shot. Cloud9 now pushed away from the tower. Team Falcons Vega maybe able to pull something off here. Watch for Violet. This is going to be dangerous. Big. Oh! 4 members taken out of the bush, and Cloud9 are grabbed from the sky. Team Falcons Vega showing up.
That was majestic. That was beautiful, elegant, near perfection. She literally animation canceled into the bush, almost the whole length of that bush with her. Oh, let's see it one more time. The SEC replay will tell the whole story. Even caught out Xayah. She was exiting the bush too.
That was disgusting. That's what you call, like I said, Violet right now. Violet's oiled up right now, ready to go. Violet's on this Arlo, as you like to say, Mr. Dan.
He was born to play the Arlo. Like, that was, say what you will about the first final slash, but that was definitely what she was going for.
She had to pick up.
She had to heat it up, like a diesel engine.
Took a little time, get it going, the rev.
And now we're here. They're up by about 1,000 gold, 1,000 and change, 2-2. No major objectives scored as far yet. There is a turtle to Vega's name, and they are going to take down Panda, 2v1.
And has been having a hard time from this game to last game, but now a little bit of damage on a Chinchaw. Can they get the kill? Nicolette's there to help out. Should be able to find it. Finds Chinchaw. Thal now. A little bit of trouble. Terrify. Is it going to be enough CC? Nicolette looking for the final hit. Doesn't have the fracture. One more shot. That's all it takes. Thal gets away, though. With the spear.
1 HP. She sidesteps or forward steps it. And Agatha to the rescue. That was so close. She was like three feet away from that spear. The SOD. Panda misses so close. Another check. The SEC replay here. So the 2v1. That was definitely painful. And then the clap back. Here's the backup. There they are. All right, so Chinchaw was way underneath the turret, took way too much. And then eventually Thal walks away. Thal walked away from a 3v1, man. Think about that. Think about the mechanics that's on this young lady. Look at that.
The spear so close. Look at it coming up. I saw it. Oh. She hit the matrix on it. I mean, a slow-mo matrix. But now we've lost a tower in the bot lane.
Just as quickly.
Nicolette has not gone down. I was a little worried when I saw her in a weird position. Violet, though, taking a lot of damage. Ashley able to unload. Here comes Thal and the rest of the gang.
Oh, no.
Caramel heated up. Looking for something here. Nicolette looking for a target as well. Gets the final slash to the face. In comes Jewel. Getting a few free shots onto Violet. Chinchaw drops him on force, but unable to connect onto anybody. Nobody goes down. 3-3.
Yep, the SOD went right through the crowd. Interestingly enough, I'm seeing already a dilemma for Cloud9's lineup here. They're unable to close the gap. They're unable to finish off. There's a Purify. Exile should be fine or not. Okay, she's fine.
A lot of damage.
Here we go, the clap back.
Panda's starting to output, though, a little bit.
Yeah. But again, back to my point, they're unable to close the gap. Whether it be through a failed SOD engage or just finishing the job. Like, there have been multiple times Nicolette walks away that they couldn't finish. Like, they couldn't kill who they put the damage on, right?
It's true.
So,
I mean,
unless they can solve that, then we could maybe think of this going late.
yeah, I think they're only, honestly, the answer is just maybe look for picks, right? Even moments like this, if they can secure those 2 kills in that moment, or Nicolette can get the pick off, that's going to be the answer, because they're not going to be able to get the big group CC moment, especially right now. I don't think they win in the 5v5,
Oh, yeah,
right?
no, definitely.
They need to play the macro, which is something that we've seen them lacking on.
It's got to be guerrilla warfare.
It's got to be guerrilla warfare.
Yep, on a full frontal fight. Yep, in the clouds, in a full frontal fight. Oh, that's a stolen buff.
No, Ashley got it.
Got it. Yeah,
I mean,
all right,
Nicolette
so
got it.
that means you should just force out a retribution. That's good news for Cloud9. This is a turtle that might just expire by the looks of it.
Oh, no, this is bad for Ashley.
All right, I think she knows. She's just covering her bases. Might not be.
Doesn't matter if she knows or not. That is death possibly, or at least the tower. Team Falcon, this is their macro game, man, hanging out.
And now they're rotating as a full 5. These are Falcons on the hunt. Look at this. They're pulling their own version of the Ube. And they go straight for the Lord. What? Straight for the Lord!
It's a Lord at 8 minutes.
Look at that. Chinchaw just dancing. And putting it down to a 10th of its health. I don't see it stealing in the near future.
Ooh,
close.
For just a second. Caramel still able to get it. I think it's a smart move that Cloud9 doesn't go for, right? I think if anything, Panda maybe could have tried to force that top tower, but they back off.
Yeah, could have went in all the way, but again, in a moment of confusion, when the call is not unanimous, you play defensive, because you could get punished hard. And Team Falcons Vega, they know when you show a moment of weakness, they know what a window looks like, and they take advantage. Now, at a 2,500 gold lead, 3-3, map definitely belongs to Team Falcons Vega. I'm wondering when Panda will feel confident enough that she doesn't have to wait for the SOD engage. She's short on money. That's
broke.
There you go. I don't want to say it, but yeah, she is broke. She's on hard times.
Hard times. In the jungle right now, you know? It's not easy out
She's
here
in the red.
Land of Dawn.
She's in the red.
The streets are cold.
It's difficult, because look at this. They're pushing in, a synchronized push. There's a huge wave up top, Lord down bottom. Vega just took out that tier 2 in mid, and they popped the Holy Shield just like that.
And it was a clean pop, right? Because they got another wave coming. It's going to sync up with this Lord wave. Falcons Vega just showing supremacy in terms of macro overall. And look at Nicolette coming from the backside, maybe looking for an angle. Conceal play does come down. Final slash goes through, doesn't connect to anyone. Thal backs off. Unable to really connect on the knockup, but they still take the tower. Violet now, able to vengeance through. Able to get a nice little dash. Chinchaw drops him on force. Damage comes out. Ashley able to find Violet. Ashley goes down. Chinchaw finds the kill now. Panda gonna chip away at the Lord. Cloud9 able to just defend and take a member with them, but they lose Ashley. And with 3-1-1, that's a big loss. Ashley was kind of farming up there.
That's right. Violet could have afforded that death, and it was worth it. They pushed all the way in to the inhibitor, and they got the base exposed. Chinchaw was able to get out of there. If the SOD hit, that could have been Panda just committing all the way. And I get it now. What Eterna and Mirko, and even through our interviews, that they're playing all in for Chinchaw. This is her era, man. Chinchaw has to play well for Falcons Vega. Caramel, Agatha, Violet, Thal, they know that. She knows that.
And it makes us think, right, like maybe Cloud9. Oh, Nicolette in trouble. Face checks the bush. What do you call that, Kumar?
What?
I can't remember. There's the fans know when you jump into the bush by yourself. I'm sure they'll tell us later.
Eventually, it's in chat right now. But we do have a push here. They could blitz it. Chinchaw could wail away. There's but one wagon, and they take it down. All right, they'll play it safe here. About 10 seconds until another Lord, and you're looking at a 5,000, 6,000 gold lead for Falcons Vega. It slipped away slowly but surely out of C9's control.
All right, they're just going to rush this. Cloud9 can't even fight for it, right? I mean...
Nope, they shouldn't. There were but 2 or 3 major slip-ups, a pick-off here and there that just got this way out of their breath. Like, it was a stone throw away earlier, but now they're looking to burst him.
Slash comes down, Nicolette terrified, locked up. Caramel gets the kill. Samon's force drops, and Chinchaw alone. I mean, could be by himself, could be by herself right now, and just shredding through. 2 members down with Lord coming. This could be it for Cloud9.
Very rarely do you see 3,000, 4,000 gold be the difference when it comes to an arms race. But here, with the way Falcons Vega's playing, oh, Violet with a final slash!
Big final slash at that. Panda now alone. 4 members down, nothing but Panda against the world team. Falcon Vega. The Reapers in the group of death seem to prevail with their onslaught. No one can stand against them.
Unscathed, unbeaten